Hello. Today I want to talk about communication between a hiring manager and a recruiting company. And if you're a hiring manager out there and you've worked with a recruiter before, I'm sure probably some of this will resonate with you, as it's hard to find your footing and sometimes it is hard to communicate effectively. I've been in situations recently where we'll take on a new client, especially if it's a new client and we don't know them very well. We don't know their style. We don't know what's important to them because it's just a brand new relationship and we're getting to know each other. Communication is so vital in this situation. We're going to communicate, and we're communicating by presenting candidates and explaining, hey, these are the experiences they have. What do you think? And that communication back is gold, whether it's positive or negative. And I think sometimes hiring managers get nervous to hurt our feelings, but what I can promise you, at least from Omada's point of view, is that we're grown-ups. We can handle the good, the bad, and the ugly. And all honesty, we welcome all of it, because it only helps us do our job better, quicker, more effective. And a lot of times we get into situations where when we've sent candidates to a hiring manager and maybe they're unsure or they're not making it a priority to look at profiles, we don't hear anything. And just like in dating, if you don't hear anything, the likelihood is that you're just not that into them. So the candidate feels that, the recruiter feels that, and ultimately the ball is dropped in the recruiting process. Versus if you see a candidate profile and immediately you're like, yes, this looks good, I want to interview them, my schedule is jam-packed, can we look at next week? That signals to the recruiter, okay, great, this is a priority for the hiring manager, they like this profile, so I can go find additional profiles that complement this profile so they have a variety to choose from. Instead of not hearing from someone, sitting there and wondering, I wonder if we just didn't hit the mark. But instead of wasting our time and spinning our wheels and sending additional candidates, typically we sit to wait to hear from the hiring manager. So all of a sudden, because of a lack of communication, the recruiting company, us, we are not doing any work on the job until we hear back, but the hiring managers ain't communicating because they haven't seen a profile they like, and then all of a sudden everything is lost in translation. If I was to give a tip to any hiring manager that's working with any recruiter, communicate as best you can, as often as you can. We are there to help serve you and make your job easier, and the more you communicate with us, the easier that will be.